Have you ever noticed that most investing advice sounds perfectly logical, yet somehow real people still struggle to follow it? The spreadsheets look clean, the numbers make sense, and yet in real life, money decisions rarely feel rational. That gap between what looks smart on paper and what actually happens in life is where most investing mistakes are born. Let's start with a familiar situation. Imagine a young professional in the United States earning $65,000 a year. After taxes, health insurance, and payroll deductions, about $3,900 a month lands in their account. In parts of Europe, the numbers are different, but the structure is the same. Rent or mortgage takes $1,500. Car payment, fuel, and insurance, $600. Student loan or education debt, $300. Phone, internet subscriptions, $200. Groceries and basic living, $500. Before investing, before emergencies. Before enjoying life, nearly $3,100 is already committed. What's left looks small on a spreadsheet, but heavy in real life. Now, this is where traditional investing advice usually steps in. Just invest consistently, maximize returns, let compounding do the work, all technically correct. But here's the overlooked part. People don't invest with spreadsheets. They invest with emotions, habits, and pressure. The hidden mistake isn't picking the wrong stock or fund. It's assuming that humans behave like calculators. Let's use simple math. Say someone invests $400 a month. On paper, that's responsible. Over 30 years at average returns, it looks impressive. But in real life, that $400 is competing with things the spreadsheet doesn't see. An unexpected car repair, a rent increase, a wedding invitation, a job change. The quiet pressure to live a little because everyone else seems to be doing fine. So what happens? The investing plan doesn't fail because it was bad, it fails because it ignored the human context. Psychologically, humans feel losses more intensely than gains. Seeing an investment account drop by $2,000 hurts far more than the satisfaction of slowly growing it by $2,000 over years. That pain creates behavior. People stop investing at the worst time. They sell for relief, not logic. They chase safer feelings instead of better outcomes. This isn't a lack of intelligence. It's normal human wiring. Another overlooked factor is identity. Many people don't see themselves as investors. They see themselves as renters, workers, parents, students, people trying to stay afloat. So investing feels optional, temporary, something to pause when life gets uncomfortable. Over time, this has a real cost. Not dramatic, not overnight, but structural. Someone who repeatedly pauses, restarts, and reacts emotionally doesn't just lose returns, they lose consistency. And consistency is what compounding actually needs. 10 years later, the result isn't financial ruin. It's something quieter, less flexibility, more dependence on income, fewer choices. Not poor, just constrained. Now here's how financially intelligent people tend to think differently. They don't aim to optimize returns first. They aim to reduce emotional friction. Structure their finances so investing feels boring, survivable, and sustainable, even during bad years. They don't ask, what's the best investment? They ask, what decision can I stick with when life gets messy? They understand that the best plan isn't the one that looks impressive. It's the one that survives stress. They accept that fear, doubt, and discomfort are part of investing, not signs of failure. So they design around human behavior, not against it. This shift doesn't make you richer overnight. It doesn't promise outsized returns. And it doesn't feel exciting. But it does something more important, makes progress realistic. Beyond the spreadsheet, smart investing isn't about intelligence. It's about self-awareness. And the moment you understand that, money stops feeling like a personal weakness and starts feeling like a system you can calmly navigate. If this perspective helped you think a little more clearly about investing in real life, consider subscribing for more calm, realistic discussions like this.